bing, bong, bang! What is good, guys? We are back inside of another abandoned middle school. This middle school is really, really nice. You can tell by some of the woodwork behind me that it's kind of an older middle school. This place, from just walking down the halls, is really, really interesting. It has some good stuff left behind it. And the outside looks really cool. If I can get a couple of shots of the outside, I'll do that. I don't know if I really can. I'll try to get out the windows and things like that. I do not want to expose myself around here. Like I said, this is a dope school. Got a gym, obviously, auditorium, bunch of classrooms, bunch of little things left behind, and probably some things that we've never seen inside of other schools that we've been inside of. I can't wait to get into it. I know you can't either, so let's get into it. That's a painting of Abraham Lincoln right there. And if it isn't, it sure as hell looks like Abraham Lincoln to me. So right now we are in what appears to be the in-school suspension area. It looks very familiar to me. I spent a lot of time in-school suspension, so I figured that this is what this is. Being that there's 3 individual rooms here, well, not really rooms, they're kind of like closets, so they must have been really bad kids that came inside of here, because we got stuck in a room, in just a little room, kind of about the size of this whole area right here that you're seeing right here. But we just got stuck in a room like that. But these are little individual like cells almost. So they must have been really bad. And there's 3 of them that go all the way down with glass. So the teacher or the monitor, whoever, can look in on them and make sure that they're not doing any more bad stuff, obviously. But yeah, it really looks familiar to me. That's kind of what I interpret this as. If it's not, I'm sorry, but I didn't go to school here. There's not a whole lot to see here in terms of desks and things like that inside of some of these classrooms, but I really do like the lighting that hangs off the ceilings. We used to have it was the same fluorescent lighting type, but it was inside the ceiling. It didn't hang down like this. I really like the classrooms where it hangs down. It makes for really cool shots. I like dropping down, showing you guys the lights and things like that. That's some of the things that I enjoy inside of these schools and things. I like rooms with blackboards in them. I don't know why. It seems cool on my camera. I don't know. If you guys like them, let me know down below, because these are some of the things that I like. And I mean, even though it's an empty classroom, it still has some really good components to it to check out, you know. Alright, looks like they left some stuff behind here in the social studies department. So right now we're in the social studies wing. We found a bunch of books over there that are from different classrooms and different things. I'm sure they were just using this room as storage at some point in time, because it's one of the outer lying rooms here. I'm sure they were moving things to the outer lying rooms, and then the moving trucks were moving things to other places. This is just what I'm guessing. But right now, like I said, we are in the social studies wing. And for those of you out there that don't know me very well, social studies was my absolute favorite subject. Pretty much because it was right after lunch, and at lunch I'd get stoned to the gills, and then I'd go to social studies and just listen to history stories and things like that. So that's I was very good at social studies actually, so I just get high and just go and kind of listen to my teacher tell me stories. I love this cafeteria area. For those of you guys that know me, and most of you guys that watch this channel do know me and know that I love tiki stuff. And this has a little bit of tiki stuff inside of it. For whatever reason, they have palm trees and tiki stuff inside of it. So I dig it. They had a tiki themed cafeteria. I've been to tiki themed bars. I've been to tiki themed resorts. I've been to tiki themed different things, but I've never been to a tiki themed cafeteria. So this is the first. If you've ever been to a tiki themed cafeteria, let me know below. If you've been to this cafeteria, definitely let me know below. This is Urbex Dane right here. Back inside of another school together. You guys remember the last school that we got chased out of together?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're back in another one right here.
Yeah.
Go check him out. So this is the old home ec room here. I love the cabinets. Very old fashioned. But I've always loved this style. It's an aluminum, steel cabinet. I don't think it's aluminum. I think it's steel. Not exactly sure what it's made out of, because I'm not a metal guy. I'm more of a wood guy. Well, no, I don't like wood. I like my wood. But anyhow, these are made out of some type of metal. And I really like them. Really cool, old-fashioned home ec room. But not much left behind. Look at that dishwasher. Reminds me of the dishwasher in the Carousel of Progress. I mention that attraction far too much in abandoned places, but I love it. I love the seating that they had inside of this gymnasium. It reminds me of like a Thunderdome or something like that, where all like the civilians would come and watch all the gladiators battle inside of there. That's just what these kind of gyms remind me of. This is really cool. I like the seating. Obviously they took out what was more than likely bleacher seating. Just benches going straight across. Then you go down right into the arena. Wow, this is really nice. This is probably one of the coolest, most undamaged, undecayed, unvandalized gyms I've ever been in inside of an abandoned building. And definitely one of the coolest. I love the old brickwork. It reminds me of being at like an old baseball stadium, really. I mean, that's really what it reminds me of, being in an old baseball stadium with the scoreboard there and all that. I really, really love this gym. This is a really great Explorer. It's turning out to be a very, very great Explorer right now. And there's one more piece that I was not expecting, and it's just around that corner, and we're gonna get to it right now. There's also another gymnasium that we're gonna get to in a few moments too. So let's do that. But anyhow, this gymnasium definitely reminds me of Camden Yards, or even like Wrigley Field, where they have the bricks and all that stuff. Any baseball stadium that really has bricks, it reminds me of, but really Camden Yards, like right behind the plate, you got the bricks right at Camden Yards. But yeah, that's what this reminds me of. A very, very old school type stadium. Really cool, throwback. But this is from back then. Sick. And this school has a pool. Echoey. That's really cool. Those are those cool ass bleachers directly above this pool. Very cool. I'm rhyming. I love all this cool old tile work inside of it. It's done very, very well. It's held up over time. I also love the ends of the racing lines where it curls over. It gives it like that really cool old school, that small tile effect like you'd see in some of the bathrooms that we go inside of in some of these old places. This is really nice. It's a really good job. Like even the roping right around it and the coping at the top where it drains over, that's really nice. Very, very well done. I always wanted a pool inside of my school, but pool inside of school always sounds funny when I rhyme that. But anyhow, I've always wanted a pool inside of my school. But if I had a pool inside of my school, I probably would have never gone to class, because I almost didn't go to class ever anyhow. So yeah, you guys can tell that I never went to class, right? I'm dumb as all fuck, right? This is definitely my favorite classroom because of all the colors on these cabinets and the brick. The colors against the brick make it look really cool. I love this room. Very cool, old school classroom. Really nice. So right now we're in another obviously bigger gym than the other one that we were in, but also newer. It looks like it was an addition after the school was up and running for a very long time. It actually looks like it was put in within the last 20 to 30 years. It's that new looking inside of here. But it's way more vandalized and broken up than the other one is. So you could see that people obviously didn't like this one, and you know, they took the history behind the other one and they respected it, I guess, because this one's really broken up. And I don't like it very much at all, because it's not historic looking like the other one, like an old Camden Yards. That's what I like about the other one. This one's just too new. I see this stuff all the time. But this doorway over here is really cool though. See that? All that nice woodwork around there. Very cool. It's not anywhere else. It's just that doorway. It's kind of weird. I really love when I go into an abandoned school and I see some of the artwork from the old kids on the walls, like this mosaic tiling that we're seeing here. Very, very nice, very well done, really, really cool. Good work that they left behind here. I don't know why they would leave it behind here and not carry it on, give it to somebody. I don't know why, but at this point it's just getting wasted, but it's still here, in good condition, not vandalized. And like I said, I love to see that kind of artwork on the walls. This right here is definitely my favorite classroom in the whole place, and not because it has Dr. Seuss or Cat in the Hat, which is awesome. I love Dr. Seuss and the Cat in the Hat, but it also has a lot more stuff to see. You actually saw what went on inside of this room, what kind of teachings went on inside of this room. It's a middle school, so it's not like there was really like science wings and nothing was really separated like a high school would be, you know? So all these classrooms were probably just general. There's probably one teacher that taught math, science, or usually in my school it was the science class was with a science teacher. That was like one of the only classes that you went to a separate teacher for, other than gym. But yeah, I really like this classroom just because it is put together. It hasn't been ransacked through. Obviously some things have been broken inside of it, but nothing's really been pulled off the walls for whatever reason, and that's really cool in my opinion. Gives me a little bit of something to look at, something to film, something for you guys to see.
It's always Jose. It's always Jose. Ladies and gentlemen, Exploring with Jose is here with us today.
How's it going?
Alright guys, that was a really dope explore. There were a couple things that were missing that I thought were in here in the first place. First of all, there was no auditorium. I think that newer gym doubled as an auditorium at one point in time. I did see acoustics. We did not all miss the auditorium that was here, so there is no auditorium inside of here. There are, however, two gyms. One really classic historic gym that I spoke about a lot, so we don't need to go over that again, and the newer addition to this school, what I presume is a new addition to this school. Also, there was a pool inside of this school, and I love saying pool and school in the same sentence because a lot of you guys probably get annoyed about that, so I like doing that sometimes. Anyhow, this was a really dope school, like I said before. Lots of stuff inside of here. I didn't expect to uncover as much as we got into. This was really good. Let me know your opinion down there. I do know you guys like these schools. I like them. We can find different things out of them. Nostalgia, new stuff that we've never seen before, all that good stuff. But anyhow, this was a good time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you at the next spot. Peace.